You're watching MITV Channel 17.
Hello and welcome to The Honor Roll. This is the program that showcases all the great things happening in McAllen ISD. I'm Sebastian Salda.
And I'm Sophia Luna, and we've got a great show for you. We have College and Career Night, an expanded summer food program, and a new feature called A+ Moments.
That's all coming up. Anthony Robles, a member of the President's Council on Sports and Fitness and an inspirational story in his own right, visited McAllen in September.
I hear you out there. A special thank you to Superintendent Ponce and Mayor Darling for hosting this great event. Your collective work.
This is an unbelievable turnout. I don't think we've ever had this many people on our track.
He helped kick off the Let's Move pep rally with more than 5,000 people. Take a look.
McAllen ISD is a Let's Move active schools district. In September, it became the first school district nationwide to have all of its eligible schools reach 100% recognition under the Let's Move banner. McAllen's efforts to improve student health have caught the eye of Anthony Robles of the President's Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition. He gained national notoriety in 2011 when he won the NCAA wrestling title, despite being born without a right leg. Thanks to the internet, by the time he visited McAllen, students had seen and heard all about it.
I want you to remember, we have a lot of teachers in this room that love you. They want to support you, get you a dream. So always remember, you can do what you want, okay? Whatever you believe, you can get it. You can achieve your dreams.
Robles visited 11 campuses in McAllen, speaking to more than 6,000 students. Another big day was on the weekend. McAllen ISD held a Let's Move pep rally to celebrate 32 schools reaching the Let's Move recognition. Students were invited to run a marathon. They have 3 months to log 26 miles. The first mile they ran with Anthony Robles. McAllen is taking a three-pronged approach to Let's Move, setting the pace for a new generation.
College and career. It's on the mind of every high school student. That's why for 20 years now, McAllen ISD has held a special night just for them. About 100 institutions, businesses, and industry representatives were on hand for the district's annual College and Career Night at McAllen Convention Center in September. About 2,500 students and parents attended. Teachers and industry reps worked together in booths to help answer questions. McAllen ISD offers 15 career clusters in its Career Technical Education program. Students also had a chance to receive a vaccination for meningitis. The program is called Vaccinate Before You Graduate.
Every year, McAllen ISD's food services provides free meals to children at dozens of locations throughout the summer. This year, they did something different. Free meals bused into neighborhoods.
Start at 5 o'clock in the morning. The ladies start coming in between 5:30 to 6:30. We start prepping breakfast. We start putting our hot breakfast, our cereal, juice, milk, prep it, put ice in it, have everything ready for the buses. We load out the buses. The truck drivers take out for the school sites.
Yeah, it was slow when we started. It started about 25, 30 a day. But right now we're about 180 a day.
we're very, very busy from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. We finish up our day like at 1:30.
Oh, they're happy. They're happy. They're happy. They're happy to eat free and at home. We bring it to them at home. The woman, she gives the food to the kids and I give them the drinks. And they sit down and eat. Oh yeah, it's getting better. A lot of kids, they're hungry. They come to the bus and get something to eat. They're happy. They make a line.
Like, now that we have food, I'm so thankful we have a break. I mean, I think we need it, like, for the morning.
We didn't have food, and I'm a senior now, and since we've gotten food, it's good to have a little break and get an energy boost because it's really hot outside here, and it keeps almost all the kids here going.
My sister had a bad experience with food once. Like, she would get, really low blood sugar, and then she would kind of like get all fuzzy and lightheaded. So with the food and all, it's giving us like the extra hour, to keep on going.
I think it's super cool. Honestly, I've noticed that as soon as they started giving the food, right afterwards the energy level goes up at least like 10 notches, and everyone is full of energy right there, and it really gets us all the way through 11:30. And I think it really helps. It's really beneficial.
In the morning they come and they serve us breakfast, and then in the afternoon they come and serve us lunch.
Yeah, I talk to the parents. They come inside with the kids and we talk, and they thrilled too. They happy. They happy. They don't have to cook. That's the truth.
Here at McAllen ISD, we have A+ moments that students seek, teachers savor, and parents relish. These are special moments that impact someone's life. It's a new feature we are debuting here on the Honor Roll. Here's an A+ moment.
Like many 19-year-olds, Jasmine Miranda is a college student. Unlike most her age, though, she is already a senior.
I graduated both from South Texas College and from high school.
She earned both her high school diploma and her associate's degree at the same time. She went through McAllen ISD's Achieve Early College High School. It's a vehicle that focuses high school students on picking up college credit and even using college resources through a partnership with South Texas College. Students in McAllen ISD have multiple avenues to pick up college credit. In fact, the class of 2014 collectively earned 15,800 college credit hours, professional licenses, certifications, and associate's degrees. Jasmine herself graduated with 73 college credit hours, more than enough for her associate's degree in biology. Now studying at the University of Texas Pan American, Jasmine is the first in her family to attend college. She wants to help others, something she has wanted since she was a child.
I just always knew I wanted to do something in the medical field, either to be a physician, an assistant, a nurse, or something. And it was mainly, to help people was my inspiration. My mom always would tell me to always help others.
She recalls her A+ moment. It was in 8th grade at Morris Middle School, and her counselor told her some good news.
It would have to be when I was accepted at Achieve Early College High School. I knew since the very beginning I wanted to go to college and I wanted to do something, and I always thought I was going to take 4 years to get a bachelor's degree. But when this school opened up and offered free college, which I really greatly appreciate now that I'm at the university, it really helped make my dreams come true and help me get there faster. And I've learned so much and grown as a human being as well.
McAllen ISD's program also took care of her books and tuition.
So to get 2 free years that McAllen ISD paid for and everything, it was just a really great opportunity for young kids.
Now she is on the cusp of graduating college and moving into a career in medicine.
I'm currently a senior at Texas Pan American, so I need about a year more until I get my bachelor's in biology towards the pre-medical field. I plan to apply at the medical field that's opening up at Texas Pan American in fall 2016. And I'm also planning to apply for their physician assistant program, which is really good.
A student saw her dream crystallize at a young age, saw an opportunity, and made it into reality.
Making sure students have everything they need to learn includes school buildings too. A little more than a year ago, the district formed a committee to look into the state of school facilities. Here is their report.
Schools can be the heart and soul of a community, beacons of learning, centers of pride in neighborhoods, a place where young minds are nurtured, and once we grow up, they remain cornerstones to our childhood. Some of McAllen's schools have stood tall for more than half a century, and a major milestone is fast approaching. As McAllen ISD heads toward its 100th anniversary as a district, it is time to assess the state of the buildings that house our community's richest resource, our children. In a nearly year-long endeavor, concerned citizens organized a committee to assess just where we are with our facilities and how learning and teaching are being impacted. They found that the state of an edifice can affect the rest of the community in multiple ways, and that neighboring schools just down the road are moving quickly toward a modern transition. Beginning in August 2013, more than 100 concerned citizens were brought together. Some worked in our schools, some were teachers, others were parents, others community representatives. All with one commonality: they cared about this community and its future.
We knew at this point in our kind of history of the district that we needed input, and we needed input from the community to figure out what was going to be the facility needs of our district going forward.
They formed the Facilities Forecast Advisory Committee, working together to take a hard look at our facilities. Over a span of 10 months, they met 83 times to identify, prioritize, and quantify needs with the goal to produce 21st century competitive schools. The committee's first job was to assess what we have. They divided into groups and visited every campus and building in the district, all of them, and they recorded their findings. At the same time, professionals gave everything a close inspection. Jacobs Engineering specializes in educational facilities.
They were looking at it from a construction and engineering perspective to determine whether our schools are structurally sound, how our schools compare with other facilities that they've designed across the country and built, and what our facilities are lacking in terms of space.
The combined result was a mountain of information.
There's like 400 pages of data on every building and in minute detail.
The most telling fact, 40% of district facilities are 40 years old or older.
I think it's safe to say that most of us are not driving a 40-year-old car. And if we're living in a 40-year-old house, it's probably time to replace something like maybe the air conditioning or the roof or maybe a whole new kitchen. Well, our schools are no different. Things wear out.
In fact, 70% of facilities are at least 2 decades old. Mike Blum recalls how the district addressed a number of issues related to aging facilities and growth in a school bond from 2005, a bond that was completed on time and under budget.
We were looking at $150, $160 million worth of problems, but we only voted on 98 million of them. Well, that was 10 years ago, or almost 10 years ago, and so a lot of things we didn't vote on are now 10 years older.
Here are the committee findings. On the plus side, teachers are making good use of what they have. Technology is used daily. Newer schools are competitive, and the buildings are structurally sound.
As a whole, our committee was very pleased with what they saw with regard to what is happening in the schools. The teachers are doing a marvelous job with the facilities they have. And it left us to wonder what it would be like if they had facilities that were top-notch. It would be that much better.
Areas of concern include a disparity among learning environments and aged structures. Many are older than similar facilities in neighboring school districts. In fact, McAllen's newest high school building, Nicky Rowe, is older than PSJA School District's oldest high school building. The findings have been divided into 4 categories. The first is educational adequacy. All is not level across the district. Take the Mariachis from McAllen High School, for example. They won the state championship in 2014, all while perfecting their craft in an old portable building and a 50-year-old auditorium, and competing against districts where students are provided with wonderfully equipped performing arts centers, like these in La Jolla and Weslaco. And libraries. Some older schools have had to convert their already limited classroom space into much-needed library space, while others have full-fledged modern libraries. Then science labs. The committee felt there was a large disparity in these facilities from school to school.
Some of the schools had no science labs at all, and so we as a committee believe that all of the schools should have top-notch science laboratories for the kids to learn because of the industry that's coming to the valley.
Access to technology is also uneven due to an older school's internal infrastructure. Other concerns include career technical education facilities. About 2,400 students participate in these programs, earning professional licenses and certifications.
The kids that are in that program are kids who want to get skills so that they can be one step ahead of the game when they get to college, or so that they can get a really good job out of high school to pay for their college.
CTE courses last year operated at 96% of capacity. The demand is there. But due to modern facility and equipment standards, there are some advanced certifications the district is not able to offer.
If the tools that we have and the equipment we have and the facilities that we have are modern and up to date, there's going to be a seamless transition from the school into the workplace.
It's not an issue of maintenance, the group learned. It's an issue of space and growth, facilities. The same issue arises in athletics, where more than 7,000 students participate. Also, safety and security concerns. Although every school is equipped with a visitor management system, some older schools are not enclosed, and not all have security cameras.
There's a huge difference between the newer schools that were built within the last 7 years versus older schools that were built, say, 40 or 50 years ago.
Other areas include campus needs both inside and out, plus mechanical systems. Everything has a lifespan. Big-ticket items like chillers used to cool an entire building typically are designed to last about 20 years.
At some point, you have to put on a new roof. You have to put in new air conditioning. You have to put in new technology, because technology changes. How many of us remember typing on a typewriter?
Older equipment impacts efficiency. Such factors can also impact employee morale.
We're going to lose teachers because they are going to be looking at going to places where their life is easier because they have better facilities.
It is clear a need exists. The long-term effects can also impact local business.
The reason why it's important to have a top-notch school system, including the facilities, is we have a lot of people moving into the McAllen area for different kinds of industries. And when they come in, they look at a school district to see whether they want to locate in our city or surrounding cities.
Maintenance and care, they found, was not the issue. In fact, the community sits in a good position financially. McAllen ISD has the largest tax base among its neighbors, but because of that, it receives less funding from the state. It also has the lowest tax rate and the lowest bond debt. Meanwhile, the Valley is moving toward an exciting future with the expansion of higher education, a new medical school, and even a launching pad for space exploration.
It's going to put the Rio Grande Valley in a completely different posture for the next decade or 2 or 3. And to compete in that new Rio Grande Valley, we got to have a superior educated workforce, a superior educated product, our kids. And so we have to make the investment.
The FFAC's current phase is that of reaching out to more parents and members of the community and gathering input and educating the public about the state of McAllen ISD's facilities. No long-term decisions have been made regarding the funding proposals.
The goal of our committee is to renovate the existing schools that we have, to add to them, and we feel like the kids in our district deserve for their learning to occur in the best facilities possible that we can offer. Our teachers deserve it, and our community stands to benefit as a whole.
McAllen has a long tradition of providing for the next generation of children. It's why our city has grown from a collection of small farms next to a railroad depot to the thriving metropolis of 130,000 today.
Students at Gonzales Elementary were recently introduced to the world of art. Here's a quick look.
Today we have an activity going on called Building Relationships with Art, through art, and the students are basically rotating school-wide and they're being exposed to different forms of art, different medias. We're looking at sculptures, we're looking at molding, we're looking at watercolors, and even music we've thrown into some of our rotations.
Put your lips together and buzz. It's a lot harder than you think. There you go. Good job. Now take another big breath.
Well, that does it for the honor roll. We hope you enjoyed it and will join us again.
We'll leave you with another look at our Let's Move pep rally.
See you next time.
Athletics, students achieving goals they never thought possible. And along the way, learning skills not always taught in the classroom. McAllen ISD offers 13 sports for boys and girls. Find out more, 618-6089.
You're watching MITV Channel 17.